Mostly involved with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good haul.
How are we doing over here?
How can I argue with that? Okay. Just this once.
Dawnstar was once a thriving port town. The East Empire
There's
Company
plenty
all
more
but
where
put an
that
end to
came
that.
from. Just give a
All
holler.
ships coming from the north dock at Solitude.
Greetings.
Over here.
Huh?
Maybe you can help me.
Of course.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Thanks a lot.
I was wondering, do you by chance have any good sailing tales you could share?
Don't troll for ideas in my ocean, lad. You're the right.
I'm an aspiring writer, Frick. Not a real one.
Yes?
You've come to Dawnstar at a strange time, friend. Seems everyone in the town is having nightmares.
I love the smell of mead.
I think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Yeah?
Our hero claims a warrior's heart.
All right.
I tell you, the Dragonborn comes. Grows. You'll know, the Dragonborns come.
Oof, I'm worn out.
They say only vampires and burglars creep around after dark, and I know which one I am. There's rumors of a curse haunting Dawnstar. I didn't stick around long enough to find out more, but it could be worth checking out.
Yes? Need something? Take a look. All right, then.
Time for some ale and a good meal.
A legend we all know and love. Our hero, our hero. Claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes with a voice.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them. At first they called us that to belittle our cause, but we gladly accept being named for Ulfric Stormcloak, the only true High King of Skyrim. We are the true sons and daughters of Skyrim, and Ulfric. He is the truest of us all. We fight to make our land great once more, to raise up strong, noble thanes, and lay low false jarls and the cowards who hide behind them. The sound of our fury is a storm about to break on the heads of our enemies. Our friendship, a cloak of true brotherhood for all who would wear it. Skyrim is the birthplace of humanity, the birthplace of honor, and those snow-backed Imperials renounced both when they laid down before the Thalmor. Worse still, to pay for the privilege to keep his throne, the Emperor sells Skyrim and our very gods, Talos no less, to the damn elves. And what did Torygg do? He and the Owls that supported him? They took the Emperor's gold, sold out their people for a slave master's peace treaty. Ulfric did right killing him. Soon we'll rid Skyrim of elves, their bloody justicars, and the Jarls in their pockets. The whole damn lot of them. And we'll cleave through the Legion to get to them. I'll take my leave then.
Can't sleep well no matter how much drink I put in me.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of mead.
Every day I fight with a chip on my shoulder. Every time I see a guard. wearing the uniform. I remember how they said I wasn't good enough to wear it. I'm ready for whatever comes next. Take whatever you need. I can manage. To the next fight.
Frost took my husband years ago. He was a good man.
Can we go somewhere profitable?
God, I'm so tired.
Seems like no one is getting a decent night's rest in Dawnstar, stranger. Best buy your steel and move on.
There's rumors of a curse haunting Dawnstar. I didn't stick around long enough to find out more, but it could be worth checking out. It's hard to believe the origin of the guilds was actually right here in Dawnstar.
Monster.
Nobody said it'd be a fair fight. Yeah! I could
Let me know
definitely
if you
go
want
for a
anything.
drink.
Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
I'm just one of the miners. I don't want any trouble.
Need something? Is there something I can do for you?
Huh?
What do you need, handsome?
Yes, my son. What is it I can help with?
Yes.
It's never too late to be wandering around.
Let's sate that appetite, huh? Let me know if you need a drink.
Hmm?
I'm ready for whatever comes next. Oh, that. I was trying on war paint the other day. You know, just to see how it looked. It just happened to be the sunniest day of the year. In any case, I didn't like the paint. But when I took it off, well, if you're going to laugh, go ahead. But I didn't do it on purpose. Well, it's not exactly the same thing. For one, this is my first time traveling with a companion. When I explored an old ruin, I always had to keep one eye on the ground. Even then I was pretty much a trap trigger one day and rune bait the next. And don't get me started on bone chimes. You'd think there was a bard festival in town the way I made those things rattle. With you leading the way though, I can just trace your steps. Not to say there isn't a different kind of pressure. I have to watch your back and cover your front. If anything were to happen to you, it would be on me. I wouldn't have it any other way. Just so you know, if you ever need a sword, a shield, or a friend, I'm your woman.
Ragnar the Red when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said, "Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all
You look
our meat.
concerned.
Now I think
How can I
it's
help?
time that you lie down and bleed."
Take whatever you need, I can manage.
And so then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
My sword arm is yours.
and the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more. When his ugly red head rolled
Hi there.
around on the floor.
What do you need? All right. All right.
We've stopped. What is it? Take whatever you need. I can manage. Let's go.
Yes, my son.
What
is
is
it
it?
I can help with?
All right. Is that everything?
Hmm?
Yes? Of course. Batil liked to say when I came out of the womb I looked like a spider, all knees and elbows. I was a gangly child. My arms and legs seemed in a hurry to grow and left the rest of my body behind. It didn't help that I was shy. The village children were merciless. Tikri the awkward, they used to chant, like it was some nursery rhyme. I know, but there was one child in particular, Jorn, who took things a step further. He used to climb on the rooftops and hurl stones at me. When I complained to the adults, they almost did the same. Jorn was a sweet, innocent boy, they said. Not even my sister came to my defense. Only one person ever did. Her name was Saline. She was slick, clever, mischievous, and mysterious. Her family hailed from elsewhere, and she smelled of sand and blood. When Jorn first met her, I think his jaw would have hit the floor if she hadn't thrust it up his nose. She didn't buy his sweet boy act for a second.
For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know.
Dealing with Batil on a daily basis. Now I remember why I enjoyed leaving this place. She gripes over the slightest of things and turns them into biggest of arguments. It got so bad that I was thinking of moving into the Wind Peak Inn. But I'm a little light in the pocket since I stopped hunting bounties. Sad thing is, I'm dependent on my sister to survive. We spent every minute together. Her father was grooming her to be a warrior, and she'd often share the lessons she learned. We met at night and practiced by the lighthouse fire. She taught me how to hold a weapon, how to strike with it, and how to defend. If I learned to protect myself, she said, bullies like Jorn could never get away with hurting me again. But if I wanted to get better, I needed to spar. And to spar, I first needed a weapon of my own. So one night I borrowed a blade from the smith's workbench. I was running up the lighthouse steps to show Saline when I slipped on a patch of ice. It slid out of my hand, off the ledge, and into the bed of snow below. Saline told me not to panic, even though I was already starting to. We ran down to the shoreline and combed the area. From down below, the fire from the lighthouse was dim, but bright
This is a
enough to
local
reflect
thing,
any stray
and one
metal
of the
lying in
first
that
songs
pillow
I
of white.
ever learned. Ragnar the Red.
Yes.
Oh,
In
there
fact,
was
it only took me a few
a
minutes to
Ragnar
find the
the
sword
Red
standing
came
straight up in
riding
the
to
snow.
Whiterun from
I
old
called to
Warwick
Celine,
said.
but she didn't answer.
And the braggart did
She was
swagger
staring
and
at
brandish
something.
his blade as
A
he
dark
told
surface
of
wedged in the
battles and
rock.
gold he had
I ran over and
made.
tugged at her shoulder, holding up the hilt to her
Then he
eyes.
went quiet, did Ragnar
She
the
never
Red,
turned
when he
her
met the
gaze,
shield maiden
and that's when I
Matilda,
looked
who
at the rock
said,
once more and saw the door.
"Oh, you
A
talk
black
and you
one,
lie
painted
and
with
you scream
skulls
all
and
army. Now
bones,
I think it's
and
high
it
time
spoke.
that you lie down and bleed." And
I
so
was
then came
mortified.
slashing and
I
slashing
couldn't
and
even
still,
breathe.
as the brave
I
lass
backed up,
Matilda
tripped,
charged in
and
full
fell on my bottom,
zeal.
clutching my blade like a doll.
And the
Celine
braggart
didn't
named
flinch.
Ragnar was boastful no more.
It asked her a question.
When his ugly red head
Celine
rolled
talked back
around
to
on
it,
the floor.
but the door didn't like her answers. Then she repeated the question to me. What was life's greatest illusion? For some reason, my thoughts turned to yarn. I said something, I can't recall what, but the door opened and she went in. Celine used to say that someday I'd surpass her as a fighter, that I fought so awkwardly my movements were unpredictable. But that night, at that moment, I wasn't that person I was going to be. I was who I was, and that person was weak. Mentally, physically, and emotionally. Celine told me to wait outside, and I was more than happy to.
Our hero claims a warrior's heart.
Celine used to love watching the guards spar. Her dream was to one day join them, to become a housecarl and serve as the Jarl's right hand. She was always thinking about others, trying to shield us all from harm. She was strong, gallant, and honorable. She was my friend, and it burns me every single day that I couldn't be the same for her.
Beware, the dragonborn comes.
Yes, I blame myself, and I always will. Not for opening that door, but for lacking the courage to follow her inside it. So I swore to myself that I would become the person Celine always thought I could be, and achieve the goals she always wanted for herself. My body is the vessel for both our spirits, one chasing a dream, and the other vowing to never let a friend chase it alone. No matter what, I've got your back. We've stopped. What is it? Take whatever you need. I can manage. All right then.
Pick up your trash, fetcher.
The last place I'd ever want to end up. Why anyone would want to live in this frozen dead end is beyond me. Let's just do our business and move on.
Don't worry about me in a fight. My swing may be a little unconventional, but it generates a lot of power. For that.
Take your best shot.
I'll take the big one. Damn you! Ismail, curse you! I know your every move.
Will look good on it. Give it your best.
That dagger couldn't cut the button.
Time to die.
Come and face me, monster. You look concerned. How can I help? Yes? Just name it.
Hmm? What is it? Got it. What is it? Mm-hmm.
Yes? See ya.
Oh, excuse me. Time for some ale and a
seat
good
and get the cold
meal.
out.
Hi there.
Need something?
Yes. There's an old battle maiden named Frida at the Mortar and Pestle. She's got some interesting stories.
I had a nightmare last night. Salim, marked in blood. It had the shape of a human hand.
The local is gone. It looks like an old fort to me, though. The sight of it always made me feel a bit
Not so fast.
Can't say why.
Damn it! Ah! Fast! Give up! You can't win.
Got. Can handle. But this flesh, well, it's gone mad. The locals call it the Tower of Dawn. Just looks like an old fort to me, though. The sight of it always made me feel a bit uneasy.
Maybe it's my boots. They don't seem like they have decent grip. You're as good as
What do you need? We'll talk later.
We've stopped. What is it? Take whatever you need. I can manage. No matter what, I've got your back.
couple. When they separated, so did the business. A classic love story.
You're wrong to come here, stranger. No rest in Dawnstar. That would be Jarl Skald the Elder. He's over in the White Hall, probably talking about Ulfric like he's the second coming of Talos. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't born in Skyrim, but when I served in the Legion, this land became my home.
I work steel, weapons mostly.
What is it? I haven't... That would be Skald the Elder. He's been running Dawnstar ever since he was a boy. And he never lost that brat's attitude. Turned on the Empire first chance he got. Now we're all part of this rebellion. Until next time.
Hmm? Until next time.
I'd be better off just trudging in one direction until I reach anything remotely
Just step up to the counter.